Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Cassie is in her favorite seat. I am in the seat I have to sit in since she's driving.
It's not your favorite with me?
It always is my favorite with you by my side. So this video is sponsored by Sunday for Dogs. I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. But we have a task to knock out. We're gonna start off today with the chicken tractor because we have something that a bunch of you guys sent us that needs to be put up.
Yeah, we've kind of neglected it, but it's time to get it taken care of.
So this is Cassie's newest addition to the chicken tractor fleet.
I thought you were going to say collection.
Collection, fleet, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of you have sent us signs over the, I don't know, last few months, years.
This one's not going on here.
That one's not going on there.
We're going to take this one out to the donkeys. But lots of signs, and not all of them. Some of them are for the Gary and the boys. But my thought was display them out here, even if they are to do with other things. But for sure, the chicken ones are coming out here. But since we have so much real estate on this chicken palace, we'll just put them all.
So we're gonna decorate her up. So we're gonna get this knocked out. Also later on in the video, we have something new to try in the garden. We've neglected it for a little bit because of the rainfall. But today we're gonna get in there and Ransom, you know what we're gonna put around our vegetables?
What?
Wool from the sheep.
What is that?
Does that sound like fun?
Yeah.
What is that? I don't know what it's for.
Fir tree push mount cable ties.
Fir tree push mount. All right. So we had to do a little bit of improv. How would you say it? Improvision?
Improvising?
We had to improvise. Had to make the holes a little bit bigger so our zip ties will actually work.
Neighbor boy's here.
And we have some guests on the farm. Neighbor boy's coming on his dirt bike. Ranger's here. He's down in the field with his buddy.
They've been doing kid things and building forts.
Well, that didn't take long. What's your favorite sign, Cassie?
I ain't doing that.
All right, Cassie's not gonna pick. So, animal tracks. We got the field guide right there. Farm fresh eggs laid with love by Spoiled Rotten Hens. Ode to our John Deere tractor in the barn. Never dreamed I would grow up to be a super cool chicken lady, but here she is. She's rocking it. Welcome to our coop. And gone hunting. Be back soon to go fishing. So pretty cool signs for the grow out pen tractor. So now that we have the chicken tractor looking spiffy, you guys know somebody has to take care of the chicks in here and keep them safe. Let me show you who that is right now. We have several dogs on the farm. If you guys have not met her yet, this is Bella, and she is an English Shepherd. She has a very important job. Not only is she family pet that stays around the house, but she is also a guard dog for all of the chicken tractors we have around our house and in our front area. So if something like a raccoon or another predator starts getting into our chicken tractors, Bella's job is to alert me so I can come out and take care of the problem. Our dogs do an excellent job taking care of our farm, and we want to take care of them, and that's why we found Sundays for Dogs. Sundays is fresh dog food made from human-grade ingredients. It's vet formulated and made in the USA. It contains 100% meat muscle, organs, and superfoods, and zero synthetics or artificial preservatives. Other healthy dog foods require freezer space, unthawing, cooking, and they're pretty gross. Sundays has cleaner ingredients than frozen dog foods, but you can just pour it right from the bag because it's shelf stable. I made the choice to switch because I want our dogs to live the longest, healthiest life possible and maintain a healthy weight while they're doing it. Sundays has given me peace of mind that I'm feeding a dog food without synthetics or preservatives. It looks so good, I might just take a bite. So if you're interested in Sundays for Dogs, check out my link down in the description and give your dog the chance to try Sundays and watch them fall in love. Get 50% off your first order of Sundays at sundaysfordogs.com/WFF50 or use my code WFF50 at checkout. All right, Cassie has one more donkey sign, but before that happens, oh, hang on, let me back in. Mr. Headslinger. I'm not stupid. I'm gonna go around and pour his feed out. He gets very excited at eating time, to say the least. So when Jake knows the bucket's coming, he gets pretty serious. He slings that head. I need to bring his fly spray out here. Probably do that in just a minute and go ahead and spray him. There you go, big boy. Let me go get that fly spray. All right, Cassie's doing the other donkey sign, and Mazzy has a trick with Mr. Jingles. Does he like playing?
Yeah.
You hear that?
Sounds like a jet. Uh-oh. He's gonna come after you. All right, I gotta get fly spray before the bull finishes his food. All right, I've came prepared. The rain has ended. We don't have rain in the forecast for a while. Woo! He just kicked the fence. It's just me. It's just me trying to help you out, buddy. So he usually doesn't mind it too much. At least as long as he has food. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. I mean, this is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me. No, it's all better for him. These flies are ridiculous this year.
Can you imagine if we had a bee bull? Because he's a friendly one.
Woo! He is not happy, is he? That should do. Sorry, bub. Just life. Say
Danged if you do, danged if you don't.
if he was a mean bull, what would he be doing? Trying to come through that panel?
Yeah.
He would. He'd be hitting that panel over and over again.
My dad's bull isn't very nice, and he can't even go in the same pen as it. Look, he's like, okay, I'm coming back for more.
Oh yeah. I think I got him
Less
sprayed.
flies on me.
I got him sprayed good enough, so.
See my sign?
Oh,
Join to my other sign.
Cassie's gonna show us her sign. Here, you wanna show it to him?
So the one on the right was already on here. So now keep gate closed no matter what the donkeys tell you. The old one says, once upon a time there was a girl who really loved donkeys. It was me. The end.
So apparently the cows are comfortable where they're at. They're not wanting to move. Okay, now go to your left, behind that cow. Hey girls.
There's mommy.
Hang on. Cassie.
Huh?
I always pick out the worst one. That one she looked the worst.
Round two.
Oh, I forgot to turn it on.
Are you playing the wind? Am I going to get fly sprayed?
I'm playing the wind. I forgot to turn it on though. Look at this cow in front of me.
Well.
You can't get him a whole lot. I've only got one more pass and I'm done.
Mazzy, pull around to the back of the tree. Right here's fine.
Not too bad. All right, that's all I got. So we're gonna take a check on our, oh man, almost out. So we're gonna get a new one of those. Out of all the grass on the 30 acres, Blackberry decides she's gonna stand up and eat leaves out of a tree. The crazy chicken girl, Mazzy.
No,
Yes,
you're not calling me that.
I just did.
You're that
She
stops.
wants to be like her mom.
No, I
Oh.
know. That stops right there. You don't call me that again.
Crazy chicken girl. All right, we'll leave Mazzy alone because we want her to get them eggs. Come on, Maz. Go for it.
What did you do?
Go, hurry.
What?
Why is he acting like that?
Nothing. You just video and you think there's a trick.
4 eggs in that one. Is that all of them? You checked them all?
Yes.
Okay, Cassie's gonna do the move. You need me to hold your phone?
Well, I was thinking about making a reel about how easy it is to move.
Oh, okay.
But
Can I try it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fail.
Bella,
try a little
you
more.
protect.
You're on the heels, so. But you just gotta get the momentum going.
That's good. On new ground.
Why does it look like that?
Bella. We did a little TLC repair with our zip ties on this chicken tractor, but if you haven't seen the signs out here, Cassie has Chicken Mama, I poop breakfast, what's your superpower? Keep the gate closed no matter what the chickens say. Let me pour you a tall glass of get over it. Oh, and here's a straw so you can suck it up. And God says you are unique, special, lovely, precious, strong, and chosen. All good signs. All signs point to Crazy Chicken Ladies.
I'm trying to figure out if we got a baseball game.
Lady.
And Crazy Chicken Girl.
No.
Daughters.
No.
I'm gonna finish chores. Cassie, what are you gonna go do?
Go get my baseball coaching stuff on. Make sure Ransom's baseball stuff is good because I assumed we wouldn't be playing. Figure out what we're gonna eat and then go to baseball.
All right, we just got a lot of rain, so we thought baseball might be canceled, but we just were informed. Game is on. All right, so we're gonna put the camera up. We'll see you guys at the baseball game. Ready for baseball?
No.
Oh, he just went to second. I was trying to call my phone.
Let's go, Ransom. Good job, bud. Hey,
Give him the bat.
let me get that helmet. Let's go, Ransom.
Hello.
Run it out.
Go, 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 go!
Good job, buddy.
I've been working in these fields, plowing and planting, trying to make good yields. Last year's hailstorm nearly did me in. Not much seed to fill the grain bin. My daddy was a farmer, so I followed in his shoes. Not because I had to, nah, it was something I wanted to do. There's something about the clean air and the smell of fresh dirt putting in an honest day of hard work. The debt goes up and the dollar goes down, but every year they put it in the ground. Willing to make that sacrifice, even though they might lose half the price. There's a line of old trucks on Main Street, headed back and forth, their beds filled with wheat. Busiest time of year this town has seen since last fall when the boys were hauling beans. The debt goes up and the dollar goes down, but every year they put it in the ground. Willing to make that sacrifice, even though they might lose half the price.
So we got the garden all tilled up. Ransom was a big help, but he has now strapped on the roller skates. You guys skating?
Yeah.
Having fun?
Yeah.
All right. So the next thing on the agenda is to add to the garden this year. We want to add something, but I'll give you a quick tour real quick. We've got all of our corn right here. 1, 2, 3 more rows. It's hard to see, but we have 2 rows of okra. 1 right there, 1 right there. Here we have cucumbers and maybe some watermelons. Our watermelons down there are not doing so hot, and we also lost cucumbers here. Then we have a row of squash, a row of tomatoes, a row of peppers, and finally a row of onions. Hopefully you guys have your garden going, and hopefully maybe it looks better than mine. Mine's got some spotty places. I'll try to maybe replant some at some point, but I'm gonna try something different this year. I've never tried it before. Even though we have sheep, I have never tried this before, and that is add wool to our garden as a mulch. So I've read a lot of different things about it, and mulch, it adds nutrients to the soil when it breaks down. Also, it's supposed to be a deterrent to some bugs, but all around moisture, holds moisture, releases moisture, all the things. So let's go see what our wool looks like. So it wasn't that long ago, just a few days, all of the sheep were full of wool. Well, they're much cooler now, which is good because it's starting to get hot, and all the wool is still setting right over here where we left it. So here, what we're gonna do today is get this wool and start adding it to the garden. So even though we've had sheep for a while, and even though we've gardened for a while, we have never done this before. So I thought it would be an excellent time to give it a try. So I looked online, and there's a little bit of information, but what I'm gonna do is just try to place the wool, a thin layer, about 3 to 4 inches away from the stem of the plant, just a little ways out. And these tomatoes are about ready to be staked up. I'm not gonna do it today. I'm gonna probably do it next week, early next week, or this weekend. But I'm gonna take the wool, put it around the edges a little bit, mix a little dirt in with it, which is easy to do since we just tilled, kind of hold it down from any wind blowing it. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. So there's the plan. Just kind of put it around it a little bit. I'm gonna go all the way through here, do the tomatoes, the squash, maybe the peppers a little bit, the cucumbers. I don't think I'm gonna do the corn just yet. We might do it once it gets a little bit bigger, but for right now I think I'm gonna stick to these plants that are kind of individual. So handling this wool is really cool. Some of it comes off in like thick blankets. So let me see if I can show you out of this bag right here. This one is more of a blanket than anything. Look at that. Beautiful wool. Unfortunately, there's just not much of a market. Used to, a sheep shearer could go around, shear people's sheep for free, take the wool and sell it to people that would spin it into yarn and do other things with it. But there's not really that much of a market for it here. Also, our sheep, we don't keep them clean, we don't keep them indoors. They're just run-of-the-mill sheep that need to be sheared once a year. So their wool is not that desirable as far as wool goes because it's not that clean. So I think this is going to be a perfect use for it so it doesn't go to waste. And we're going to see how it does on the garden this year. So while I add my wool into the garden, I almost forgot we did a little bit of an update over at the remodel house. I'll try to give you guys an update. Trying to pick a paint color. The kids helped me out. Let me show you that right now. We're back at it again, Ransom. What are you doing today?
Riding my hover.
Ransom's gonna hover around the property while I test some paint out. I'll show you guys what we're up to over here at the remodel house. So the next thing we want to do is paint. And to begin painting, we want to have a little test amount. So I've got this, basically testing this color, Nantucket Navy. So what we're gonna do is test it out and see how it covers this red right here. I want to do a portion that kind of covers this lighter and the darker, maybe a couple coats, and see if it'll cover. You think it'll cover?
Maybe.
Maybe. And then, of course, all the white, it's going to go back with just regular white. Yeah. But there's not a whole lot of this that needs to be painted, basically right here under the porch, the ceiling there. And then over here, at the ends of the house, the gable ends, they will get the same color. But I want to put some on the wall. That way we can get at least a look at it and see how it looks before we do too much. And make sure everybody's happy with it. Because right now would be the time to change before we do too much. So Ransom's going to hover around. Mazzie's here with me. They're out of school. We having fun yet?
What?
You having fun?
What?
Are you having fun?
For what?
You got my hotspot?
Yeah.
All right. So Mazzie's got my hotspot, so she's having fun. All right. So the coolest thing, Ransom's little, what's it called? Hoverboard?
Yeah.
It's playing music from my phone. It's connected, Bluetooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna listen to music while we work.
My daddy was a farmer, so
All right, Mazzy got out to see the paint color. Let's see, what do you guys think? I'm trying to decide here. It'll be next to a white like this. So, I'm trying to imagine what it would look like there. We thought a darker color would do a little better just because darker will kind of hide what's there without having to kills everything. But I think it looks good. I think I like it. We're gonna do just a little section here and then we can cover it up if we don't like it later, just to kind of give an idea of what it's like. We'll ask Nana if she likes it. She's the one that matters, right, Mazzy? Yep. So we're gonna put a little bit on. We'll show you guys what it looks like when we finish this part up. Looks good, Ransom. So you can definitely tell we're gonna need a second coat, but this gives us a good idea. We're gonna try to get a little section painted, let it dry for a little bit, then I'll go back and paint a second coat because I really want to see what it's gonna look like when we're done. And this is supposed to dry really fast, so we will see. All right, we're getting after it. This is definitely gonna need another coat, but way better than that red color. You think, sis? You like the blue? I'll send some pictures to Nana and see what she thinks. So a little help from Mazzy, a little help from Ransom. And to get a good idea, I'm gonna close out, we'll close out the red. So there's the brick, the paint, the white that's gonna be on there. And I think it looks pretty good. So like I said, I'm not the decision maker. I just, you know, put the paint on the wall. But once it's all done, once it all looks like that, I think it'll look pretty good. We're gonna have bright white on the posts, on the trim. Everywhere else is gonna be white. So the windows are white. Everything else should be white. So I think it'll look good. Let's see. But like I said, everybody has a different opinion. And really the only person that matters is the one that is gonna live in the house. So we'll see what they say. And we'll come back later on. Now here, 6 bags of wool. So that's what I used. Got them around my pepper plants, the tomatoes. I made it big enough so when I put my cages around, I use really big cages because I plan to grow really big tomato plants. But I made it big enough to when I put my cages around my tomato plants, I should have weed suppression down at the bottom. Squash is one of the hardest things to hoe around because the leaves get so big. So I'll put it around them, but I'm going to try to go a little bigger when the plants grow a little bit more. But you can see I have a pretty big circle around it for mulch and weed suppression. So I'm excited to see what this does. The main thing is it's supposed to add back to the soil. So as it breaks down, it releases nitrogen into the soil. It also has tons of benefits for moisture retention, which becomes a big deal in June and July here. Our rains are not very frequent, so I'm excited to see what this is going to do for the garden. Well, I'm excited to see how the vegetables grow this year. A little bit different material in the garden, so we'll see. We'll make sure and let you guys know how it works out or not. But don't forget, if you guys are interested in Sundays for Dogs, that link is going to be down in the description. You guys go check it out. I know our dogs loved it. But we thank you guys for following along today. We hope you have a great day, and God bless.